Shadows stretch and start to crawl. Moonlight whispers down the hall. A cauldron bubbles, it's calling me to craft some chills for all to see.
Hi and welcome back to Georgie's Gorgeous Gifts. We are so close to Halloween, so all the spooky makes are nearly over. So I thought I'd get this one in before it was done. So these are handbag moulds. I've had these sometime but never used them. And if you're wondering why I've got 3 sets, I bought the first set on Amazon thinking it was a full handbag, not realising you only get one side of the bag. Which, if you ask me, is really annoying, because if you want to use one colour, how are you going to get it the exact match if you've got to pour it twice? What this plate is, I haven't got a clue. I can only presume it's some form of inlay for this bag, but I don't think it's absolutely necessary to use it. And we've also got a plastic sheet in so that we can do a shaker bag if we wanted to, which I think is a little bit tacky. The other 2 I bought from Temu. One thinking that, again, it was just the one piece, and it turned up as a double piece. Either that or I've done what I usually do and ordered it twice. So unfortunately I have only got one frame, which we're going to spray black because that gold is just vile. And we're going to be pouring the same colour, so we're going to be using 2 at the same time. Now, just a little tip, I don't know whether you've noticed my little bags. I have all my moulds in different size bags with these little hooks on so that I can hang them up, and I've got a double close rail that I use. Because I don't know about you, but I was absolutely sick of looking through boxes for moulds. The first problem with this bag is that there is literally millimetres to play with, and I mean millimetres, and even less on the top. So after mixing my resin up with my new Resiners electric mixer, I am in love, honestly, fabulous. And then I popped it in my Resiners degassing machine to get rid of all the bubbles. Whenever I'm using my debubbling machine, I've usually got to put it on for about 18 minutes, mainly because I end up stirring like a crazy woman. So I'm usually popping between 2 and 3 cups into my degassing chamber at one time. But after using this mixer, I only had to put it on for 9 minutes because it hardly created any extra bubbles at all. So back to the bag. I wanted it to have that Halloween type of vibe, but we're also going to be using some uvdtf stickers as well. And the colour theme for that was red and white and black. So that's what colour I decided to go with my resin. So I'm using a multiple split cup here. This has got 3 cavities. And rather than wasting cups mixing up the colours, I generally pour my clear resin into the cavities and then add my pigment. Now, like I say, I haven't used these moulds before, so I'm not really sure on how much they take. What I have done is tried to fill them with water and roughly about 100 ml. So I've mixed up about 240 ml, just to be on the safe side. And I'm using red pigment paste from Temu, the black pigment paste from Temu, and the white from Just For You online, which is now Apex Resin. So after mixing up all 3 of my colours, I then let it sit for about 25 minutes. In all honesty, it was sat for about 25 minutes because I was watching other videos on YouTube and got slightly distracted and may have forgotten about it. So it may have been a little bit, remember that may have been a little bit thicker than I wanted it to be. But this turned out to be a blessing. In the meantime, we're going to finish off the little pumpkin pot, which is for the giveaway that I'm doing because I've hit over 300 subs. The video to that is linked in the card above. Throughout October, for every resin make that I've done, I've popped a little tiny bit of resin into this pumpkin pot. And it looks absolutely stunning. But it didn't have the lid. I've used some clear resin with a little bit of green glitter from the Obro, and I'm just filling up the stalk of this little lid. Then I thought, how cool would it be to pop little mirrors inside this lid? So that's exactly what I've done. Pop some clear resin in and use some small acrylic mirrors. These little mirrors come in a pack of all different shapes and sizes. So after peeling back the protective film, I'm then popping them face down inside this mould, so you should be able to see them through the other side. Now, I'm really quite surprised I remembered to take the plastic film off the front because that's the kind of thing that I would just forget. So it was about this point, after I'd finished popping the mirrors in, that I started watching videos on YouTube and completely forgot about this resin. And you'll see it is really, really thick. So I'm just popping it on with this split pour cup as quick as I could, just to get it in the mould before it went too thick that I could use it. The problem with this is that I needed it thick but not too thick to get into all the edges and the corners of this mould, because like I say, we literally have millimeters to play with. So all I'm doing here to make sure that it's in every corner and every groove, I'm just pulling the mould apart and tilting the mould to make sure that the resin's in all the gaps. See there where I've got my finger, there was a big gap there where the resin hadn't gone into, and there was quite a few of these. So I had to do this for quite some time because, as you can see, the resin is really quite thick. So I have sped this bit up for you, but I am absolutely loving that pattern and colour. Can I just say, really, really liking it. So maybe waiting till it'd gone this thick was actually a good move. So I noticed there was just a few areas where it needed just a touch more resin, and I didn't even have time to get my gloves on. That's how much I was panicking. So I'm trying to squeeze the last bit out of the cup just to make sure that what I think it's all covered. And after giving them one last tilt and tap and slap, trying to get all the air bubbles to the top, I then left them to cure. So I left these for about 24 hours because they're so thin on top. I knew that they would be still quite flexible even at this point. But oh my God, not only does my camera need a good clean, so I apologise for that, but these colours, I am in love. I was a bit concerned that they would all smudge together going down the gaps, but they haven't. And the pattern on the inside, yeah, I absolutely love it. Now, I didn't think I would like this handbag because, I mean, come on, a resin handbag, but I had to give it a go. But yeah, I am in love, honestly. And where I'd poured a tiny bit of clear resin in, it's even made a really cool pattern around this one. The only problem was when I demolded them, I realised that they were two completely different moulds. Both of them had a gap on the top, but the gap was a different size on each of them. So at this point, I am absolutely buzzing about the way that these have turned out, but I am slightly concerned about how they're going to fit together. And leaving it to be that thick is probably a good thing because that white hasn't turned to pink at all. But you can see here with the top, it doesn't marry up. So I did go back through the video and see which ones I used, and they were the two off Temu, so by rights they should have been a set. So I thought we'll give it a go and see if it fits inside the gold frame, which, by the way, I know I said it was a bit vile, but I really do like it with this black, white and red. So the way this works is that these two bits fit inside this frame, and then it would open up like that. So there is actually loads of space inside this bag, more space than I thought. And it's really not that heavy either, but I thought I've got the perfect uvdtf stickers for this. So this is a pack from Amazon, and they are really, really cool. And unfortunately, I'm not going to get a chance before Halloween ends now to use them, so they're going to have to wait till next year. But these two would fit really well. So we've got one with spiders on, although I hate spiders. This pattern is quite cool. But I wanted to still see a fair bit of the bag around these stickers. Now, I don't know where my head was at because I honestly didn't think that these would be clear. Now, all the uvdtf stickers are, so I really don't understand why I actually felt the need to cut these. But I am anyway. I will try to pop the link with these down below because there are some really, really gorgeous stickers. So after cutting them both down, it was time to stick them on. And I did have to go back and press down a bit on a couple of them just to get them onto the transfer paper properly, as you can see here. If you haven't seen uvdtf stickers before, these are stickers that you pop on your piece, and then they've got a layer that you pull off the top. So the sticker is actually embossed onto whatever you're popping it on. So after making sure these were really pressed down, I then peel off the front sheet. Now this can be a bit difficult, but once you start pulling it, it generally all comes off in one. So because this does take a while and I didn't want to try and pull them off, I have sped this bit up for you, but that sticker I am absolutely loving. It didn't help the fact that it was still quite bendy. So I did pop it on a flat surface once both of these stickers were on. But when I was finished, even at this point, you know, you just get them makes that you really, really love yourself. And the mirror and this was one of them makes. So I left them for a further 5 or 6 hours just to harden up a little bit. And once they were quite solid, it was time to finish these pieces off. So they were still a bit rough around the edges. So I got my deburring tool and just took a tiny layer off, just enough to make them smooth. And I did this with both pieces. Now, usually I'm rubbish with a deburring tool, but the trick is to have quite a solid piece. This really doesn't work if the piece is bendy in any way, shape or form. And now it's time to glue it into the frame. So like I said, I was going to spray paint this black, but I am really liking the gold, and I'm going to attach these pieces into the frame with some epoxy glue. Now I have used this product a few times on my channel, but if you are new to my channel, this is a 2-part super glue effectively that comes in part A, part B, and you just mix an equal amount together and it cures naturally within minutes. So I wasn't too sure what to pop this on with, so this is what I had handy. I'm sure I could have found something a lot better, but I'm just popping the epoxy glue on all the edges of this bag. Again, I've sped this up for you because I do this with both pieces and then fit them into the grooves in this frame. Now, as it happens, the little notches didn't make a difference, but I'm sure there are different frames for different types of bags, so I need to be aware of that when ordering new frames. I have only got the one frame at this time, but they do sell the frames separately. But yeah, after securing this in place, I really like the gold with the colours I've used. So I'm just holding this in place and making sure that it is fully secure. And I'm just repeating the process with the other side. Now this is the point I start getting all panicky about the glue affecting the frame. But no, the glue was in the right place and it hadn't gone into the bag. It is best to mix up 2 different batches to attach this bag because this glue goes off really, really quickly. But once I've made sure that it's completely secure and allowed it to dry for at least an hour, it's time to pop the handle onto it. So this is the handle that comes with the pack, and I think it's just the right finishing touch for it. So let me know in the comments what you think and whether you would take this out on a night out for you. Like I've already said, I didn't think that this resin handbag would be my thing, but it's got just enough space in it for your mobile phone and your lipstick maybe when you go out. So I really genuinely was really surprised by how much I really like this make. There is nobody else in the world that's going to have exactly the same bag as this. So I probably will end up popping a top coat of resin over this, just to seal the uvdtf sticker in and to finish it off nicely. But unfortunately I run out of time. So all that's left is for me to leave you with some glamour photos. Hope you've enjoyed the video. I've been Tony from Georgie's Gorgeous Gifts. Stay safe, happy crafting, and bye for now.
Creations, spooky sensations, Georgies, Georgies, gifts so gory, horror spinning, reasons grinning, Tony's tricks for Halloween glory.
Ghosts are trapped in resin frames, skulls that grin and call your name.
Black cats leap, their eyes aglow, 13 days the fear will grow.
Pour the fright, mix the night.
Shadows bend, it's pure